Thank you for being everybody here. I'm right now with Dave Smith. Okay, Dave, welcome to the show. Okay, of course, they won't be able to see your face today because we have some issues with technical issues, but they can hear you. Okay, people can hear you. Can you say hi to everybody there?
Good afternoon, everybody. Glad to be here.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. Now, there's been some questions you have, that had came over the weekend. Can you bring that up?
Yes, I've been experiencing from some of our clients that we've been dealing with the past while with what's been going on with this crazy new normal, that there's been some hormonal changes, things going on. Like people have been noticing the difference in their thyroid activity and also like libido. So, and some hormonal things that way. So, how does this? With what's going on, how can this go and change this, and why are people noticing more of this now?
Yeah, well, of course, we've been hit hard with the virus, and then the economic repercussion that could be through the quarantine and business being closed for a while, and now we have a lot of protest going about the racial discrimination and who knows, it might continue this. We don't know, but we've been hit hard. On top of that, a lot of people had to work at home, okay, with little kids, trying to balance and manage their life. And some other people have probably not been used to be around their family because they may having some problem with connecting with them. So being in the house in quarantine, plus all these things, it could really trigger stress. Now, talking about the hormone system, we produce over 100 hormones, okay, and there are different places in the body that produce hormones. Even the heart produces certain hormones. The brain produces hormones, and the brain regulate these hormones. Hormones are very important. If you have too many of them, you'll be sick. If you have too little of them, you'll be sick. So there is a way how it regulates all the production of these hormones, even though they might be made in the ovary in the woman, or maybe be making on somewhere in the body. The brain is engaged in assure that these hormones are not really overproduced or they're not underproduced. Now, the role that hormones plays in their body is such that everything that we do, okay, and the way how our cells are being work, it depends on this, because hormones are messengers, okay. If it's danger out there is cortisol, is a hormone, okay, adrenaline, another hormone. If we eat something, then there's going to be insulin to transport, whatever is gone into the bloodstream and assure that there's not too much sugar in the body, or fat or proteins. So insulin transport, these chemicals that we consume. When we're sleeping, okay, hormones, okay, help us sleep. There's certain hormones. If it's time to eat, there's hormones that I make that help me to have appetite. If my body have enough, then there's other hormones that stop me from keep on eating. So all these chemicals, it just help us to stay healthy, have an optimal life. Or if I see my little kid, then there is hormones that help me to feel comfortable, connected. No, oxytocin. Okay. Or if I see, somebody I care for and I love, then there is a balance of serotonin and dopamine, and I feel happy. Or if I see a flower, okay. So all this life is just throughout this life, our hormones are very important. Regulating digestion, the way how, all these activities that help us to metabolize our body, even the immune system, are they being influenced by hormones? Okay, so everything is important. Hormones is not only reproduction, it's everything in our life, but the brain, it controls this. Assure that there is not too much, not too little, okay. And if something is missing, the brain sends signals to the tissues that produce a hormone that produce a little bit more. If it's too much, then it tells, hey, stop it, we don't need any more. And the excess, brain tells the liver to reduce, and the excess hormones, so we don't have a lot of hormones more than what is needed. So, but our mental state is directly related to the way how this system works. So if it's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, panic, there's depression, then the brain gets in a state of alert. That means danger. So let's say we start with the COVID, with this virus. I know I'm in the month of January, end of January. I know that it's a virus, a new virus. So, or February. And it is normal that I feel a little bit of worry and a little bit of anxiety. Okay. And then that anxiety or worry, it helps me to be proactive. So I learned about the virus. That's a proactivity. I learned that it's important to have a mask. So what I do is help me to be proactive. So I make a mask and I take it with me in the stores. And I learned that distance is important. So this is the proactivity. The issue of the virus is not the problem. The virus, and whatever happens, it helps me to take action. Okay. And also maybe I will learn something more. I keep learning. Maybe I learned that the immune system is important. And I learned that, if I do physical activity, then my immune system gets better. So then I go and have exercise. I learned that junk food, it affects my immune system. So I do change my life. So this crisis, in a way, it helps us to put order in our life if we have disorders. So, so it's the action at the moment. But what if I start thinking, okay, oh my goodness, there is a virus, okay, and I start worrying about my relatives, worry about me, worry about death, worry about sickness, and I start entertaining thoughts that are not constructive. So now it's going to be a lot of stress hormones. And then that is going to affect the body, it's going to affect the immune system, it's going to affect the hormonal system. So a few months later, I really have a problem that can be noticeable. I can start feeling maybe not enough energy in the day, which means I have hormonal issues. I could start feeling like tired. I start feeling like I have no interest in having intimacy with my spouse. Or I can feel probably thyroid hyperactivity, or maybe not enough thyroid. I feel tired. I feel, maybe even mentally unstable. It could be, that is part of this disbalance. So I could feel myself binging, eating all day, okay? Or maybe I lose appetite. Or maybe there's other issues that may come across, problem with digestive system, maybe some kind of inflammation. So this is a sign there is some problem going, which start with tension in the neck, some pain in the shoulders and on the bottom, on the muscles in the back, the bottom of the back. So this is the beginning of something that is happening because there's a disorder created, because now I've been thinking and worrying about things that are not happening. I worry about the money. Geez, my kids are gonna be on the street eating. Okay, worry about the turmoil. Oh my goodness, this world is gonna end. The country is gonna be in pieces. There's gonna be dictators in the country. So all these ideas, the things that are not happening. Okay. They are created in the mind, okay? But I cannot do anything. See, a difference then, if there is a problem, and it's real, present, I know that there is a virus, okay? And then I worry, and then I take action. I can do something because something is happening right now. And that, it helps me, and I don't get stressed, okay? I get the stress at the moment, take action, and everything is, everything is planned ahead. But if I create these thoughts, they're not real. They're not in the present. There is somewhere in the future with ideas, nothing I can do. And it makes it so difficult. So the brain is designed to solve problems. So I cannot solve something that haven't happened yet. Okay. A difference is if I know that I don't have a job, and if right there in the present my boss told me there's not a job for you, then I can do something about it. I can take action. But if I worry about things that are not even taking place at this moment, then there is a high level of imbalance. Hormonal imbalance is one of the problems. So this is what happened. Yes, the people that have been written us for the past few days about the effect of this crisis in hormonal is not the crisis itself. It is, as you've been proactive in responding to the bad news. For example, if I feel that this crisis arises, it is bad because finally I realize that we've been unfair to other people. So then I move and take action. I do something about it. Maybe I pray for the people that are suffering. People of color that are suffering. Even I see the injustice, so I do something. Maybe I post something on Facebook asking people to come together. See, this kind of action we take or maybe I go to a protest. I don't know. Okay, so but the action we take when things happening, okay, it helps us for us to free. But if I start thinking too much, eventually it's gonna be chaos. Okay, and from the chaos, we still can fix it, but the problem with our mind is that we got so much information. So I worry about money, and then there is also the memories of my father there. Okay, the memories of 20 years ago when I lost a job, or maybe when I lost money. So all these circuitries can come together, and they can magnify the condition stress that the individuals can have, and that will affect and make it worse for life. You have a comment, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, what I hear, I think everybody else is hearing, it's that it's probably stress that's affecting us and our thought process of what's going on. So I guess comes to my mind, I mean, how we can help people is, is there a few things that we can do easily that we can go and help ourselves in overcoming or make a shift or do something so that we notice this, that we can make some kind of change to our benefit.
See, there are some protocols that we have placed together, and Dave Smith, who is in the Utah area, okay, he's been trained and he understands this very well. So anyone that he feels that is on the edge, or he feels that is going through a lot of stress or anxiety, please contact Dave. Okay, he can give you some ideas, maybe have a little evaluation with you, and you can do that for free, no, Dave? The evaluation to help people. Okay, and where they can contact you, Dave?
The website, go to lifewellnesssolutions.live, L-I-V-E, lifewellnesssolutions.live.
And also you can write us to Facebook, and we can contact you too and give you some ideas. There are some protocols, there are some therapeutic solutions that we have put together, cognitive therapies too. So we appreciate Dave, who is live with us. Sorry, Dave, that they cannot see your face because I had some technical problem today. Okay, but we're gonna be
okay. That probably
we're gonna be doing
for them maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this Monday through Friday, unless we have another technical problem. Okay, with some topics of interest, we are bringing through all these topics like this, some of the scientific update information in regard to our crises, and also in this time of crisis, remember that even though it appears like if you are the only one suffering, yeah, in reality we are suffering, everyone. Okay, it's sad to see this discrimination taking place. It is sad to see the death of people through this virus. Sad to see some of the economic problems, but we're suffering together. So this is collective suffering, and I just want to let you know that because just to know that other people are suffering just like you and with you, it helps you to realize that this is life experience, but you don't have to really be contemplating the worst, because there is abundance even in the middle of chaos. we can find abundance of love, abundance of compassion, abundance of patience, even financial abundance. But we have to move from the scarcity conscious, and that is what it really put us in a situation where we start worrying a lot or trying to control things that have no control, that we don't have control. But we can teach you how to control what you can control. But thank you much, Dave. Thank you again. And you have a
stay happy,
wonderful,
stay positive.
wonderful day.